Have you ever felt like you're always to blame in your family no matter what you do? Today, we're diving into the hidden role of the family scapegoat and how to know if you might be carrying this weight yourself. You need to hear this if you're a family scapegoat. Now, the idea of a scapegoat goes way back. It's actually in the Bible. Back then, a community would symbolically place all their sins onto a goat, which was then sent away, carrying everyone's wrongdoings with it. This way, the community could feel cleansed. In families, it works a little differently, but with a similar idea. In some families, especially those that are struggling or have unhealthy dynamics, one person becomes the scapegoat. This person takes on the blame for most things within the family, even when they're not at fault. It's a way for the family to avoid addressing their own issues, root causes, keeping things as they are without really solving anything. If this sounds familiar to you, keep watching, because we're going to go over some signs that might mean you've been placed in this role. And at the end, I'll share some thoughts on what you can do if you find yourself in this situation. The first sign is constant blame. Why are there not more people talking about constant blame in families? Now, everyone makes mistakes, and no one is perfect. But when you're the scapegoat, it can feel like you're blamed for things way beyond your control, or for issues that aren't even related to you. Maybe you're told things like, "It's always your fault," or "If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have these problems." And sometimes, it's less direct. You might just sense that people see you as the cause of their struggles, even if they don't say it out loud. Over time, this constant blame can wear you down, making you question yourself and even believe that maybe you are the problem. But let me tell you, it's not true. Families, especially dysfunctional ones, sometimes unfairly assign blame to one person to avoid looking at deeper issues. The second sign is that you're treated differently from your siblings or other family members. Are you frustrated by the way you're treated compared to your siblings or other family members? Do you feel like everyone else gets more understanding or praise while you're met with criticism or harshness? Maybe your achievements go unnoticed while your mistakes seem to get magnified. For example, let's say you and a sibling both mess up in some way. They might get a small scolding while you get a lecture. Or maybe your siblings get encouragement, but when you try your best, it's never quite enough. This can feel very isolating and unfair, but it's a clear sign that there's an imbalance in how you're viewed and treated compared to others in the family. The third sign is feeling like an outsider. You need to watch this if you struggle with feeling like an outsider. If you're the scapegoat, you might find that you're left out or not truly included in family conversations, events, or decisions. Maybe you're often the last to know about family plans, or when you share your opinion, it seems to be dismissed or ignored. This sense of distance can make you feel disconnected from the family, like you're on the outside looking in. Families are supposed to be a support system, and feeling like an outsider in your own family can be especially tough. The fourth sign is that everything you say seems to be used to fit a certain narrative. I don't think people understand how words can be twisted to fit a certain narrative. In these dynamics, the family might twist or misinterpret your words, making it seem like you're the problem, or reinforcing their view of you as the scapegoat. If you try to explain yourself or share your side of things, it might get twisted around to make you look bad. Over time, this can push you to stay silent because it feels like nothing you say will be taken in good faith. When people feel unheard or like their words are only used against them, it's natural to feel isolated and start holding back. The fifth sign is that other people's problems seem to be projected onto you. Are you tired of feeling like everyone's problems are your fault? As the scapegoat, you might feel like your family puts their own unresolved issues onto you. For instance, if someone in the family is struggling with anger, they may claim you're the one who's too angry or too sensitive. Or if someone is struggling with insecurity, they might say you're the one with the problem. It's a way for others to avoid taking responsibility for their own feelings and struggles by projecting them onto you. Over time, this can make you feel like you're carrying the weight of everyone else's issues. You need to watch this if you struggle with being the family scapegoat. If some of these signs sound familiar, know that it's not your fault. Families sometimes create these roles, especially when there are unaddressed issues or unhealthy patterns. Being the scapegoat is never fair, and it can be really exhausting and hurtful. But now that you recognize it, you can start thinking about ways to make things better for yourself. Here are a few ideas that might help. 1. Find support outside your family. Whether it's through friends, a therapist, or a support group, having people who validate you and listen to you is so important. 2. Set boundaries. It's okay to step back and protect yourself from unfair blame or projection. Boundaries don't mean you don't care. They mean you care enough to protect your own well-being. 3. Focus on finding your authentic self. Through this exploration, you'll start to discover who you truly are, understand your own worth, and realize that your family's opinions don't define you unless you let them. By embracing your true self, you can see beyond their limited perspective, finding a deeper, stronger sense of self that belongs only to you. This is why you need to understand your role in the family dynamic. Remember, you're not alone, and you're not defined by the role your family may have placed on you. You deserve kindness and respect, just like anyone else. Take care of yourself, and take it one day at a time. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more content like this. Your support means a lot. Take care of yourself and take it one day at a time.